Ladies and gentlemen, this is COBstarcraft here, as I'm sure you guys already know, unless of course you're watching this on eWAVE movies, which you could very well be doing. So, who do we have here today? We do have Monchi, a guy who I've been casting quite a bit now, and over here we have gerdi. I'm gonna call him gerdi because hell, why not? We do see there's going to be some German going down, which I have no idea what it means, so you guys are welcome to tell me. Now, in our last game, we did see Monchi go up against Optic, and he won with some great Colossus play, and I'd love to see some of those giraffes come right back out and, you know, win another game. But who knows? I have not watched this, so, you know, it's a bit of a cold cast, if you will. And I'm just so confused. Every time I see things like that, I always wish I spoke a different language. However, I don't. And that kind of makes me sad. But we're going to move right on and notice that there is going to be some droning going down right here for gerdi or gerdi or murdy or Ferdy or Fergie. We'll call him Fergie from now on. We're going to have some droning from Fergie yet again. And there's going to be the pool going down to 14. And what do we have up here? Nothing but this Overlord hauling some booty, trying to get some information on. And indeed, we are actually going to see a Zealot pop out here to avoid any kind of run by. And I assume he's going to throw down a cybernetic score because that is pretty damn common. So, what else do we have going on? We are going to see an assimilator going down. And of course, what are we going to see over here? Nothing but a wonderful extractor, so he can maybe get on that speed pretty early, but he's not going to get it on it right as the spawning pool pops, but that's alright. You don't necessarily need to. Life does go on. What do we have going on over here? We got this little probe doing his thing, you know, scooting around, trying to block any kind of fast expansion. I'm sure we'll see one judging on the amount of drones going down. We are going to see 2 lings coming out, by the way. But I just figure on the amount of drones right now, we must have an expansion going down. By the way, this Overlord is chilling like a villain up over here. And sure enough, who was right? We are going to see that Zealot coming out. No need to really be chrono boosted. And of course, maybe he won't. Checking for any kind of, I don't know, information, any kind of pylons, any kind of rush, any kind of proxy, any kind of awfulness. And we see these lings now saying, you know what, I want to get my job on. And they may know they are not going to catch a window because right away he is going to be on hold. And so that sucks to be him. We are indeed also going to see metabolic boost coming from gerdi, murdy, herdy, Fergie. Right, that's who I was going to call him. We are going to see metabolic boost coming down for Fergie right now, as well as this expansion going down, which will give him a bit of a lead, I guess you could say, but it will not be too large of a lead. And that is mostly because, I mean, great micro there wasn't fully necessary. I think he would have been alright against those two. And this is something I've been seeing more and more is, there, let's get that back on. More and more I've been seeing the, not micro per se, but I've been seeing stalkers rolling down and then just to poke some fun and or to scout. He rolls down, scouted it, now he's going to roll back. He's going to micro back right away, and this should tell him that he has some time to expand himself. Of course, he does indeed have a sentry out, which is the smart thing to do, and I'm wondering, good little ghost through right there, and maybe we're going to see one, maybe not. He has enough money. There's going to be a Nexus going down because he does indeed have the time. I am impressed that he's getting out sentries. Ideally, he wants to get out 2 more because, of course, as we know, 1 force field will block this ramp. And, of course, if you have 4, that is the optimal number of probes. And by probes, I mean sentries. Sorry, I am a little bit distracted right now. What do we have going over here? This Overlord is just chilling. We are indeed going to have hallucination on the way, which is a big deal. So maybe he's saving up his energy for that. Hallucination is really cool, actually. You know what? Fuck this. I haven't taken a look at something in a while, so let's go over to APM tab. Why not? We're going to see Fergie in the lead at 191, and of course Monchi not too shabby himself at 135. And let's go back here. We are gonna see hallucination just finishing. I'd love to see him use that. That is something that's very underplayed. And yeah. So over here, we're not seeing anything too interesting. We see the layer, of course, going down just here. We say another extractor, and soon to be one here, I am sure. No upgrades, but certainly lots of drones. And smart thing, he is slowly rolling that up, and maybe a little bit of a push going on here, but let's find out. Let's wait and see. These stalkers and their large legs are maybe going to need to micro back here. Nice little micro, but I'm not sure he can fully commit to this. He should try and get this guy at very least into the back of the pack, but he does seem to be running away from these crawlers. We're going to see 2 more going down. I wouldn't be too surprised if we saw a spore, just so he has the detection. And yeah, nothing of grave interest. We are going to see a robotics facility going down, and of course that sometimes means, and this is going to be a pneumaticized carapace. Boom, nailed it. And there is going to be a little bit of a hallucination in its own. Let's watch it scout. And so yeah, nothing too crazily interesting. I do love the use. He's not doing any damage. I love that. Let's get back to him. Oh, look at all that damage he's dealing. Just so much. And he's going to see that the Zerg is going for his 3rd really soon. And yeah, I would love to see this Overlord be turned into an Overseer and then just run right in to see what's up. Of course, I assume we're going to see some giraffes after this ops. You always want an observation first. There's going to be yet another Phoenix. Do you want to follow it? No, you know, let's pop over here. Rocks are sliding down, hitting Zerglings, crushing them bones and all of that. And what are we going to see here? A Baneling's nest. What? I mean, the only option here, and bear in mind, I mean only option he could use this Baneling nest for is... Oh, yeah, we are going to see the robotics facility. There's the yawn. And the only option is for Bane Rain, so I'm going to go ahead and make the presumption that it is going to be Bane Rain. Here's the deal. It can't be anything else because, as we know, Stalkers take no damage from Banelings unless you have like a million Banelings, then you can take them out, obviously. And of course, with use of force fields, you know what? Banelings just really aren't going to be able to do anything anymore. However, Bane Rain is something used, and of course I did see Ventral Sacs on the way, I believe. And this is a smart thing. He has units lying around. He should get them knocking down some back doors. And of course, like I was saying, Bane Rain is extremely useful, which is why we have the pneumaticized carapace. And of course, another reason why we have any and all Ventral Sacs on the way if it is researched. Let me check that out right now. Yes, it is fully researched. Really early on into the game. We're only 12 minutes in. And I assume it's been researched since the 11-minute mark. There's going to be a 3rd real soon time. There's going to go down the 3rd. And of course, these rocks are going to go down really soon too. Maybe not really soon. So I guess I could pop over here. Say there's going to be a 3rd right here for Fergie. And of course, now Monchi is going to be able to spot that. Probably heard some noises. And these lings are going to be able to run into a whole bunch of stalkers. And, oh, catching that one poor ling, saying, guys, wait up. This is a huge pack of lings, which I would love to see cause some carnage. But I'm really interested. Lings are something that is sometimes underplayed. We are going to see +2, but no armor. I would love to see the armor. Aspire is on the way. We are going to see some Bane Rain. Oh, did I call it? Because it kind of seems like I did call it. It just seems like that a bit, though, you know. And look at all the links streaming in. We should be seeing forces transferring up here with him and his newly found Colossus with... Ah, yes, indeed, it does have Thermal Lance finished. The Bane Rain is coming in now. Oh, wow, great hallucinogenic. And the Bane Rain is not going to be able to do too much. Half of it being unloaded at unneeded times. And this Bane Rain, this guy is... Why? Unload, unload, unload. there, it's going to be unloading, but that was a very poor use of Bane Rain. As a matter of fact, that's putting him behind a bit because he spent so much money on Bane Rain, which did nothing, and that is a damn shame. By the way, I forgot to mention, we are seeing constant production of Colossi, and quite frankly, I am not surprised. In the last game, Colossi basically won it. They won the game, and it will be able to, at very least, weaken these shields down to almost nothing. What is it going to be weakened down to? He is actually cracking the health of it, which is going to be a big deal. Maybe he can get some more lings up, some more upgraded lings, if you will. We are, of course, seeing lots and lots of injected larvae, so he should have more than enough larvae. If you take a look, didn't mean to select that. Come on, there we go. That's the larvae just at the lair, and we're seeing these lings now running in, seeing what they can get done. We do indeed see 14 mutas on the way, and he's going to be able to whittle down a lot of those forces with the Colossus and its thermal lance. These lings may be running right back, but no, they're not going to, because why would they? I would love to see a very fast third right now, or a fourth rather, but it would be a bit of a dangerous move. But of course, it does pay for itself. And these lings are now running in. They should be able to cause some damage, maybe get some cancels in there. Yeah, he is going to have to cancel this one. There's going to be double cancel right there, and there's going to be a triple cancel, and he's not going to be losing too many lings right there. And what else do we have going on? Nothing of grave interest. There's going to be the fourth that I was talking so much about. And that was about it. Where are these mutas? I love mutas. Mutas are my single favorite thing. There's a bunch of lings. I'm not seeing too many mutas. Where are you going? Let's find the mutas by following this guy. I wonder what those wings sound like. They're like... Perfect, and there are going to be the mutas right there. We're probably going to see this pack, but of course, first we're going to see these lings running around trying to cause a little bit of havoc. Nothing of grave interest is going on. He is going to be able to run right into a cannon, but of course that cannon won't do too much, even though he does have +2, and he should be able to whittle that down. But he did not want to attack it right there. I would love to see some mutas pop into, I'd say, this back door. It's probably the most open.